Okay, so how any venture can catapult their brand awareness, automate their capital influx and all client contracts, whilst exponentially growing its enterprise value. Big claim, I know, but we use our demand generation machine. I'll show you. So just bear in mind, you are just one search away from being judged by your potential investors, clients, customers, you name it, family, friends. What do I mean by that? Everyone nowadays is just one Google search away from being judged, yourself and your competitor. Now, when an investor searches you and they see your website, they see your socials, they see you shouting about you, but your competitor, they do the same, but they also have credible, third-party, prestigious mentions in the media. It becomes an easy decision. So what is the problem with raising capital? Well, traditionally, at least if you go through banks, if you go through brokers, you kind of have to go through this to experience it, but it comes with hefty fees, uncertainties, headaches, they extort you. You are absolutely not their priority, but they will take your money, of course. Now, if you raise the capital yourself, you know, most of the time you'll troll the internet, you'll kind of find the right people within that small network of yours. Very little potential there. It's kind of hopeful at best. Added to the fact that when you find that network of people you want to target, you might not even realize, but you have to hope you even land in that inbox. If you don't know this outbound game well, you'll be landing in their junk folder, promotions tab. It's a difficult game. So what's the problem with brand awareness? Well, if you go down the traditional route again, PR companies demand hefty retainers. If you go to the billion-dollar PR companies, they'll promise you the world, they'll promise you the awareness, but guess what? They won't guarantee a thing. So if they pitch you and you don't get picked up because your story's not good enough, you're still going to pay. Not a good deal. But brand owners understand the importance of brand awareness and visibility, the credibility, the legitimacy that it brings. But I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stories of brand owners being left empty-handed with so-called impressions. And even if they do secure media coverage, I see it all the time, they get secured in a placement that has no relevance to their ICP. So where's the ROI? Impressions are not a return on investment. And the owners cannot capitalize on these so-called impressions. And it's like throwing money into thin air. So we need to solve for sentiment, okay, mass market buy-in. So what do investors, stakeholders, retail clients, what do they actually need? Well, put it this way, institutional investors, high net worth guys nowadays, they need a compelling story, right? Not just a financial forecast, a compelling story. The brand has to have a great story. The founders must have a great story. There must be challenge number 2, positive sentiment, credible promotion from third parties. Why do you think we look at reviews before we buy anything? And challenge number 3, a digital footprint that is in cohesion with the brand. And this means your website, your socials, the ads you place, all in cohesion. As I say, your financial forecast is no longer enough to win the deal. You're competing on the digital stage where your target audience is one step away from Googling you. A case study in point with Mancala. Okay, 1 million in funding required, and within 7 days, we exceeded their target by 500% with a $5 million offer from an energy-specific VC. And this is because we have the data that banks and brokers use. And so we can go direct to source at VCs, private equity, family offices, institutional investors who have a history and affinity towards your tech or solution. Case in point with Nanonuclear, with our high-key media partners. They went from a concept to an IPO in 12 months. What made that possible? A media buzz that took over. 60-plus national, international, prestigious publications, TV, radio, podcasts, speaking about their value proposition, and their owners explaining their brand story on a world stage. You can see the evidence here. Announcing a closing of oversubscribed of 4.14 million, and a year later announcing their IPO. So what's the solution? Well, as I say, we have the data that banks and brokers use, but we work on a performance basis, right? Without the fees, headaches, uncertainties, we're not extorting you. When you succeed, we succeed. Okay, stereotypical, right? But you are our priority in that sense. And with decades of experience in outbound prospecting. I know that sounds simple because everyone can do it, but you have the results to prove it. Turning cold coverage into pre-warmed meetings with your investor or clients. We outperform banks easily. We outperform everyone, to be honest. On top of that, we secure your media coverage in the places where your ideal investor, your client, is reading, watching, or listening. If it's not in there, what is the point being placed anywhere else? Think Fast Company, Forbes, Business Insider, Bloomberg, Sky News, you name it. And with years of experience in directing a PR firm, we not only guarantee where you're going to be placed ahead of time, so no pitching and hoping, but we leverage these placements in our outbound prospecting to ensure that you capitalize and create and demand that ROI. So here is our growth flywheel. Okay, so all of these segments work together with one another. We start on the left with brand awareness being in the press. This is leveraged by our demand generation engine in our predictable demand generation engine, outbounding to your ideal investors or clients through email, through LinkedIn. We then get client and investor acquisition that turns into a consistent full pipeline, which of course moves into an increased enterprise value, and we follow it round. Let me show you. So first, brand awareness. What is your ideal investor or client? What are they consuming? Well, that's where we place you. Forbes, Fast Company, Business Insider, VentureBeat, we guarantee it. Plugged into our demand generation engine, our predictable outbound machine using that targeted data leverages secured media coverage and lands in the personal inbox of your target audience at scale, 2,000 to 5,000 plus emails and LinkedIn outbound requests a month. And we table meetings for you on your calendar. Then we get investor and client acquisition. These people are now pre-warned, making that interaction seamless. We handle all those communications and heavy lifting, schedule those meetings directly on your calendar. This cannot be understated how much we do this at scale. This then turns into a full pipeline. So your pipeline of incoming warm leads builds and builds, the more media traction, positive market sentiment that we actually secure for you, which in turn, of course, increases your enterprise value. So with your solid financial forecast, your media traction, you've got your mass market buy-in, your digital footprint to match, we quickly catapult your valuation. And the results: brand awareness that catapults your visibility, positive sentiment and mass market buy-in. Demand for your service and offer is now on autopilot, returning your investment into the brand awareness, and your pipeline value continues to grow effortlessly, increasing enterprise value. Some more results, and as you can see, just personalized messages. And after a month of negotiations, I just signed the biggest contract of my life in New York City for 8.1. Dan, CEO at X, this is just top. We have experience of X. And what an inroad, even getting to talk to the top bloke. And this can't be understated. Our ability to go direct to the actual person and secure the meetings with the top person that you need to speak to. No, going through staff members, gatekeepers who don't allow you to get these meetings. We're going straight to the personal inbox. We've had clients featured in all of these places and continuously do. We're not pitching. We're not hoping to land these placements. We have the connections where we can guarantee it. If we want to get you interviewed on Sky News for a 10-minute segment, we can make it happen. The same for being interviewed at Bloomberg, Fox News. We can get you placed at Forbes, VentureBeat, USA Today, Inc. You name it. Not a problem. And of course, pricing. Everyone wants to understand pricing. Very, very simple. $6,000 or $12,000 a month. With the $6,000 a month, we're going to guarantee you at least one high-level media mention every single month. An investor and client outbound specialist is trained and placed into your domain in your business so that they're outbounding to these people as if they are you. We run targeted sequencing and follow-up systems to 2,000 to 5,000 targeted per month, and we handle your inbox and replies at scale. With the $12,000, this is 2 high-level media mentions per month minimum. And of course, at the same time, we can take media out of this equation and just run the investor or client outbound at $1,500 a month, plus a $200 booking fee per meeting booked and shown. So if you want to get in touch, and this sounds like it's something you would like to delve into a bit deeper, book below this video, and we'll see you on the other side.